Hi, happy Wednesday. I'm just going to have a little ramble. I'm feeling a bit shit, if I'm honest. I've got a snotty nose and head cold, sore throat and all that jazz, and I've just missed my dentist appointment on purpose because I didn't want to go, and felt bad about it, and I couldn't ring him to cancel because my phone's been cut off because I've not paid the bill. And so I felt quite bad, and they've just rang me back now, and I was doing another video, and I felt some shame wash over me. I was like, so I thought I'll just do my video again and go, stop it. But basically, what I've been sort of thinking and acknowledging this morning is just about this crazy illusionary pressure that we put on ourselves to be and act a certain way, to do a certain thing, to be, a good standing citizen, or, whatever it is. And today I was just like, no, I'm going to do what I want without the shame. It's like, because I woke up this morning still feeling crap and going, oh God, I had some sort of plans for the week, which always happens to me. I'm always like, right, this week I'm going to do such and such, and it's been the same thing for a long, long time, so it's like a running joke. But genuinely not feeling very well and just being like, no, fuck it, sit back, wallow in your own head cold or whatever, in your snots, and just be, and don't be feared or forced back into being any one of your previous selves, who felt like I had to conform and do a certain thing and act a certain way and give, be, and it's like, yeah, so I'm kind of just surrendering again and having faith in the universe, and so I'm not stressed out that I can't pay my phone bill in the slightest, and it'll probably be another week before I'll be able to pay it. And, there's a part of me that's like, I know that a lot of people would be like, oof, it's like, it's so kind of out there to some people that I don't give a shit, my mum's always sort of like, and my dad, like, they're like the sensible police who every so often they come and try and tell me, basically that I should be more anxious about certain things, and I'm like, oh, stop it. I'm just learning, to live with myself without these densities on me, these illusionary beliefs and perceptions of fear of this, fear of death, fear of no job, fear of debt, fear of, whatever it is. It's like, God, it's all just self-perpetuated bullshit to stop us from achieving our highest potential, and I'm fucking bored of it now, and I felt like this for a while. It's like, I'm done with it. I've been that dense fucker for so long, I've been pretty light for like 3 years now in the grand scheme of things, but I've lived a life of density and anxiety and seriousness and, trauma and too much, I don't know, just feeling like I didn't belong here. And it's funny because sometimes now I can view, it's still in the same sort of sense how it's always felt, like anyone on this type of journey feels. I think it's, we're just sort of like empaths or a certain personality type, or more sensitive or more in tune with the unseen and frequencies and things like that. But sometimes it feels, it is that old thing, it's like in the world but not of the world, and sometimes I can go out and I can see, the programs and the systems that are running, and how people are so glued into it, and how fast everything's going, and whirring with routines, appointments, things I should be doing to make, and all the times in the day, and the meals and the clock times and the everything sort of. I removed myself from all of that, and I feel really good because of it. Sometimes I get a little bit of guilt because it's so different to how most people live. But I just continue to support myself into stepping into this, sort of full-time loving myself and not giving a shit about, the fearful perceptions that some may or may not have about me. It's like, I'm good. Like, I'm happy with myself. I'm a good soul. I know I am. Like, I just have always known this, you know. So, and I've always tried, not tried, you know, sort of like deliberately. I'm a good person. I'm a good soul. So, I fear nothing. I fear nothing. The things that I do fear are things that I have bound upon myself, and I must find ways of unbinding these, and that's what I've been doing, you know, for these last few years. So, God, it's a lovely, lovely, interesting journey. I found so much interesting shit yesterday as well, relating to my ponders about blood types and certain things, and so I'm gonna try and write down notes, you know, and do more of a collected sort of thing. I'm just going to carry on rambling while I'm rambling. So, you know, I'm not going to be presenting anything, as you will, but I found some interesting links which I want to follow up. And instead of following it up with YouTube videos, I'm going to follow it up with, you know, internet searches and research papers and articles and, you know, things like this. So I'm interested and I'm excited, and I feel like I wish sometimes, you know, that I just had a little bit longer to stay in the vibe of which I like to be in. So, you know, I've got like a 3-hour window in the day where both my kids are, you know, they're at school or nursery, and it's such a good sort of time for me to not be thinking about anybody else or anything else or any sort of things that need to be done. It's a time where I'm just like, I'm doing what the hell I want, you know, and quite often it's just putting the worlds to right or doing a video or chatting shit. And we should all be able to feel like we could do this and we should do this, and we're just not made to work in the way that we're working. And there's a lot of connections for me to a lot of certain labels and things, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit in another video, but anyway, something that I did want to mention, while I feel like I'm, you know, I'm just sort of like, I can say what I want with no sort of preconceptions. I've noticed this, I thought it was discernment, and that's still a potentiality, you know, for me. I've always had some disconnect with going too far into the galactic connections in terms of races of beings and things like that, and just sort of personally perceiving it as, you know, something much different that we've animated with our imagination and our sci-fi and stories and myths and blah, 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 blah. So I always sort of kind of had a disconnect to the personalising of spirit and essence of a higher state or dimension than we are in, but always known that there is more to it, if you know what I mean, that it is a phenomenon, it is a thing. So anyway, I remember when I started watching Gaia, you know, just before things got really sort of heavy for me, I subscribed for literally just a couple of months and watched a few things. Really resonated with this lady who was talking about Pleiadian information, and I remember writing all sorts down as she was speaking, and I'll have got it somewhere in my scribbles and whatnot, but really having this sort of deep resonance with it. And then the more I looked into, you know, the blood type inquiry, the more I felt like it was an ego trap, and I was saying to myself, don't get caught up in it, because I could see how sort of you know, how that label of lightworker or starseed or Pleiadian or whatever, how that can not be helpful, or could be there for, you know, different reasons. Oh, this is a ramble. So I've had this blockage about it anyway. At the beginning of this week, I was like, just let go of this and see where it goes. I felt like I'd been getting some sort of things in my dreams that were sort of pointing to a little bit more of things for me. And funnily enough, my last video that I did, I was talking about these orbs that I see in the sky, these translucent flat bubble configuration things, and I was talking about the patterns. And that night I saw this video and it flipped on. I didn't find it, you know, it just flipped on the thing, and it was showing the Pleiades star system, you know, the seven sisters and the shape of it. And I was like, holy shit, that is very, very similar. And, you know, I really felt some sort of excitement inside when I saw it. And the seven sisters and all this shit was just ringing some internal resonances with me. But I'm always checking and going, come on, is this ego or is this, you know, true? And it turns out that it feels true to me. Some of it feels true. So I'm trying to use my discernment to siphon through these things. But last night, I was out staring at the stars and whatnot, and I moved further down the garden so I could see the other side of the sky as I was looking at the stars. I saw Elon Musk's Starlink as well last night, and that's what I spoke about in one of the other videos when I saw these stars going up one after the other. Well, we got the app out last night and it said Starlink, and apparently it's Elon Musk's satellites orbiting around, you know, creating their own sort of constellation to create broadband. And it's like, what is going on, you know? But it did look cool in the sky, I've got to be honest. So anyway, flipped round after I'd watched that, and I saw this blue flashing thing. So I was like, what the fuck is that? And I looked up, and it was so clear last night, you could see everything. It was the most beautiful night sky I've seen in ages. But I could see this flashing blue thing, and my eyes quickly drew to this small cluster of stars, which, when the app was pointed at it, it was the Pleiades star system, and I found it really fucking interesting. It was like winking at me, and it was blue, and I felt a complete connection to it. And I knew it was gonna be the Pleiades when I put my app up at it, you know, even though it was really pretty small, and when you looked at it, it wasn't blue at all. It was, you know. So I'm sure it's probably just boring to anybody else who doesn't sort of vibe with all this, but what I feel like is like I found some resonant connection, and I don't want to dismiss it because I'm going, you know, who do I think I am? It's like, it's interesting to me. It feels real to me. That's what resonance is. It feels real and true. So I don't know whether consciousness shoots through star systems or, you know, or souls, you know, the sparks sort of, they spark from these systems or what, I don't know, you know, but I feel like there is definitely resonance and connection for me with this, and I knew it way back, but I just put it on the back burner, and what it means again, I don't know. And it's not like I'm going, I'm a Pleiadian. It's like I'm just going, this is like feeling fucking, you know, for me. And for me, like, I know what I'm like. I'm Debbie Downer sometimes. I'm the one who used to piss on people's bonfires, you know, Miss sort of realistic, Miss skeptical, Miss logical, and, you know, I'm so opposite to how I was that I have to continue to, like, open up to this information. I feel like I'm sort of getting certain things in my dreams which I'm not quite able to bring back, but I've got the awareness that in the dreams I'm getting these sort of mini epiphanies or a sentence from someone else which explains what I need to explain, and then I get my other part in the dream, the lucid part of me goes, right, I've got that, you know, I'm ready to bring that back to me, sleeping self. But I never quite managed to do that, you know, my sleep's disturbed quite often. And I don't write down my dreams anymore, you know, as much as I try and think I will. Like, I'm usually getting woken up with, like, a kid's arsehole in my face or something, you know. I don't have time to reach over for my leather-bound book. But, you know, I could do. I have got a leather-bound book, so I wasn't being a twat on purpose. Anyway, right, I've got to get out now because Mark needs this booth for his voiceovers, and it's 11 o'clock. So much shit I want to talk about. I'll have to do some more videos soon. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's feeling well. I'm looking forward to this new fucking moon in a couple of days. I'm telling you, it's been stagnant, strange, felt like out of time. Just waiting. I'm waiting for the momentum again. But understanding that my effort forward, my force forward is not what's required. It's my surrender that's required. So, very interesting shit, eh? Dry mouth. Right, happy Wednesday. Bye.